So I'm out exploring Michigan today, and I'm here at one of the places I wanted to come for a very long time. I'm super excited to be here, and I'm going to take you with me. Let's go inside the Henry Ford Museum. Pretty cool section of a kitchen from the 50s. Yes, folks, that is what fridges looked like back in the 50s. And sinks. This is something I wanted to see pretty badly here. The portable steam engine made by Henry Ford. It's a John Deere. Ferguson prototype from 1939. This monstrosity. Tomato harvester from 1969. This thing is huge. International Harvester from 1912. Now this is a blast from the past. Spell and math. We used to have a speak and spell. The little professor. Simon Says, wow, in the Merlin Electronic Wizard. I loved Merlin. Oh boy, the electronic football. Had that in the 80s. Then of course, speak and spell. Here we go, 1980 to 1999. The Swatch watch. That takes me back. Jordans still look the same, only newer. Yes, folks, one of the first VCRs. If you're under 40, forget it. Wow, what a floodgate. Tamagotchi, Mega Pets. Some of the first cell phones, and one of those. I had one of those. Still remember the number. Furby. Internet in a box. And here we have ourselves a teenager's bedroom from 1987. Ah, yes. This looks familiar. Very familiar. Messy bed and all. Hey Bert, how you doing, Bert? Oh, that boom! I had that same exact boom box. So this is something that looks terrifying. It's a New Holland TR70 axial flow combine from 1975. There's some kiddos going up there, so we're going to go around this side. All right, so this is insane. I got the combine. I'm going upstairs. I'm going to go sit in this thing. And we're going to see how high up it looks. Well, there's a good shot. Wow. It's kind of tight, actually. I mean, I'm not a small guy, but oh. Controls here. This right here would be the exact replica of the bus, the infamous bus, where Rosa Parks said, So here we have the 1917 Curtis JN4D, otherwise known as the Canuck. Pretty crazy. And this lady's flying upside down. There's actually another plane up there. I think that is the Jenny, they call it. The Jenny up there, because it was very cheap to build and it kept crashing. I'll tell you one thing, I was not born in the 50s, but mentally, I'm so there. I love these types of signs. I love these types of cars. I love the spinning business signs, the neons, everything about it. The A&Ws, the music. I'm so bummed that I missed the 50s. But I did get the 80s. And that was pretty awesome too. But here we have a 57 DeSoto, the Fireflight. Pretty cool looking. I wish we still had signs like this. The old school cab. Even though it's not a 70s or 80s. Actually it is. I think it's an 80, 81, 82. Checker Marathon taxi. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Yeah, this place is just littered with history. It's wonderful. You could come here and literally spend the entire day, or, you know, possibly more if you're really, really into just reading everything and looking at everything. It's a 1904 Packard Model L. Another beautiful ride. Absolutely beautiful. This one is a 1918 Overland. That paint is gorgeous. Beautiful car, beautiful car. This is a 50 or 51. Oh, I think it's a Plymouth. Yeah, Plymouth Suburban. Their whatever their version of the I can't think of it. I'll just be quiet now. I know this. I think this might be the first minivan. Looks like an 84 Voyager. I think this is the first minivan, or the first year, first model. This is awesome. It's a 31 Model J, a Duesenberg. Just an elegant, this I think I've seen this car in every gangster movie from the 80s, 70s, 90s, present. Awesome car. Look at these gigantic front ends on these things. Look at huge. The lights are as big as basketballs. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. It's probably hard to tell from the picture, but look at the huge tires and front end on that thing. Those tires are probably up to my waist, I would say. That's how big they really are. Just solid, solid cars. And of course, the pace cars. This looks to be a Cadillac. Not sure on the year. Let's see. It's a 54 Cadillac. Series 2 race car. It's a replica. Looks great though. Beautiful car. The pace car. For the Indy 500, 67 Camaro. A Ford 999. You had to take the wheel up there and go back and forth really fast to gain speed. Pretty crazy. All right, so I'm just gonna, I could take pictures of every car in here and tell you something about it. So I'm gonna actually have to edit a lot of this out, but we all know what this is. This is an 80, what, 6, 7, or 8? Taurus, Ford Taurus. I believe everybody in the world has owned one of these at one point or another. It's actually an 86, yep. Looks beautiful. And the Mustang next to it. Here we go, 56 Thunderbird. Removable top. Look at that big old steering wheel. Beautiful car. This would be a Model T, not sure what year yet. 1919. Gorgeous. As expected, this is a 1939 Douglas DC-3, my personal favorite airplane. Just look at how different it looks from the planes of today. Thing's huge. And I'm actually up here on this catwalk. Well, not really a catwalk, but kind of a open area where they've added this in so you can kind of get better views. Oh, here we go. The Wright plane, better view here of that. You can kind of see a little bit of everything from up here. It's mainly around the plane section, but it does open in different areas. Pretty cool. Another favorite here. Oh yeah. The Dome Home. It's got a real name. I can't remember what it is though, but we'll find out. So I was a little shocked to see that they had an opening where you could check out the interior of this gigantic engine, this mammoth. This was one I just showed you a little bit ago, if the video is in that order. But it might be a little hard to see in here. I'm gonna do my best. But there's one chair, and this would be the engineer's chair. Look at all the levers and valves. Crazy. So far, this has been absolutely amazing. I'm not even a third of the way through the museum, and I've been here for almost 2 hours. I think we're gonna head over and show you some of the stuff that I wanted to come here and see the most. JFK's limo, the one he was assassinated in, and pretty much all the other cars in this DC-3 here, which I already showed you. And I also wanted to see Lincoln's chair, the actual rocking chair that he was in when he was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth. That's all coming up, so don't go anywhere. Hang tight. Wow, the Josephine Ford Bird Arctic Expedition. Huge plane. Huge, huge, huge. Well, here's a blast from the past. This would be the most amazing era to live in. I'm sure a lot from the era would tell me otherwise, but the McDonald sign is from 1960. I'm not sure if it's the original sign for the first location or not. I really can't read much in here with the lights, but of course we have the 56 Bel Air, my second favorite car on planet Earth. The 57 Bel Air would be the first. This is just absolutely gorgeous. And this right here would be the DeWitt Clinton. This was actually a passenger train built in 1831, I think it said. But you look at Amtrak today and it looks nothing like this. But this is how you would get up into these. Look on the inside, bench on the left, bench on the right, seats in the middle. This is how you would travel back in the 1830s via railway. So this is a presidential engine, I know that. But let's take a look and see exactly whose or what it was about. Lights are terrible in here. 1858 Rogers. Its last run was to the to transport the presidential party to the museum opening in 1929. Wow. So it's been almost 100 years. 96 to be exact. And here we have the Tin Goose. This actually would have been Henry Ford's airplane. This is an all-metal aircraft, just gigantic. Orville and Wilbur Wright. I'm going to take you out here a little further to show you the plane because it's gigantic and completely amazing. Here it is, the Wright brothers plane. Not sure if this is a replica or not. It really didn't say on the sign. And then this right here is just crazy. This is how they would put these on the front of trains, and they would use these to clear the snow from the tracks. This thing's probably about 15 feet tall. $1923. Yes, folks. That is the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. $1952 Wienermobile. I didn't realize it was that old. Still an icon, though. Still an icon. And this would be the actual rocking chair where President Lincoln was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth. That would have been in 1865. Whole section on Abraham Lincoln here and the assassination, including the chair, of course. Crazy to think. President Lincoln was sitting right there when he was assassinated. So I'd be here all day if I showed you their entire selection of cars. It's never ending. This is Eisenhower's bubble top, the 1950 Lincoln. Beautiful car. Beautiful car. This was used by Eisenhower, Kennedy, and Lyndon B. Johnson as a spare. Good look at the inside there on this. Just looking up close at some of these cars, it's amazing to see. If you can see that, I'm not sure. The lighting is pretty crazy in here, but just looking at some of the detail and how things were made and put together, it's pretty crazy. Like, look at this extended bumper back here, obviously for the tire and Secret Service to stand on. And I know what this is. This would be Sunshine Special. This would be Roosevelt's. Franklin D. Roosevelt's. $1939 Lincoln. Very long car, very long. Doors on the back. Just an amazing car. This place has never-ending cars. If you're a car person or anything with an engine, this is the right place for you to be, and so much more. This was Teddy Roosevelt's 1902 right here. Obviously no motor at that time. It was pulled by horses. And it looks so small. It actually is pretty small. Room for just Roosevelt and the driver in the front here. Roosevelt and one guest maybe. So this would have been the next presidential limousine after JFK's Lincoln. This would be the 72 Lincoln. This is beautiful. Actually, this would have been Nixon, Ford, Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, and George H.W. Bush. So cool to see this. So cool. Here it is, folks, the 1961 Lincoln Continental, the car that JFK was assassinated in. This car was in service from 61 to 77 and was used by, of course, John F. Kennedy, and then occasionally by Lyndon B. Johnson, Nixon, Ford, and Jimmy Carter. This is definitely the biggest attraction here. And after the assassination of JFK, they actually put a hardtop on this car with bulletproof glass. Something that was not there before, obviously, unfortunately, but right here in the back seat is where Jackie Kennedy and President Kennedy would have been sitting on that day in Texas. Secret Service steps, handles for Secret Service, and then of course the steps here. Finally able to make it over here to the right up. Kennedy car. Used from 61 to 67. Of course, pictures, some other info. So Mrs. Kennedy would have been sitting right here on this side, right in there. President Kennedy on the other side. It's crazy because in those old videos, I can still see this front end coming down Dealey Plaza. Wow.